Hey guys, I've been wanting to, for a while, fix up my fire pit that I got here. Got a bunch of rock piles in the woods, so we've been digging out rocks and making things with them. Bought a few bags of mortar, and me and my son, we stuck together some of these rocks here. Did do a little fire last night, and I cleaned it all up. Little thing that I built onto it was this little chimney thing. Got a little flat rock inside. Smoke comes right up in, it heats everything up really good. I'm going to stick a little thermometer in there so we can see what temperature it is, and we're going to try and cook a steak on it here in a second. So we got some nice charcoal logs all ready to go inside underneath there. So we're going to get a fire going. Alright guys, we have got this all prepped with some cardboard and some little sticks, so we're going to light this thing up in a second. And as you see, all that fire is going to burn right underneath there, up into this little chimney thing we got right here. And then right inside, we've got that nice flat rock that we're going to try and cook on. So we'll see how this goes. Alright, let's check out how it's looking on the other side. Pretty good flame coming up through. It won't be going this much when we're actually cooking it. But it is going to get nice and hot in there. Look at that, we're going pretty good. We're going to wait till all these logs are pretty well lit up. We don't want to be just burning the steak off of these small twigs. Right. So we actually do want it to die down a little bit. We don't want all the ash coming up on our steak here. So we're going to make sure the fire's pretty good before we start the cooking. Alright guys, if you look at this, we have got a nice burn going, not too much ash coming up right there. And it is nice and hot inside this thing. We're going to get some butter sizzling on this here in a minute. See how hot things really are. Alright, we got that butter in there. It was melting a little bit close. Slowly coming down. I think we need to get things a little bit hotter before we're going to put a steak on that. Let that heat up for a little bit. Get everything nice and hot in there. Alright, one melted all the way down. I'll let this thing go for a little while until butter sizzles a little bit on there. Alright, that is definitely heating up a little better now. We're going to let it keep going though, feed a few more sticks to it. Alright guys, still going, feeding a few more sticks. Did hear the butter start sizzling in there a little bit, so I think we're getting pretty close to wanting to try and throw this on. Oh yeah, look at that. See all that? I think we're getting close to being able to try and fit that steak in there, see how things go. Alright, I think we're gonna go for it. Put a couple more things on, moved a couple things around. It is nice and sizzly in there. We don't have too much flame, not really a ton of ash. A lot of charcoal logs in there. Put off a nice hot smoke. Alright, we fit it in there. It is hanging off a little bit, but that's alright. We'll be flipping it here in a little while. I usually would not give it very much time on each side to get a nice medium rare, but on this I'm probably going to cook it a little longer. I think that back is not as hot as the front is. Alright, it is sizzling. That is cooking. A little bug friend joining us. Hopefully we don't eat that. But our steak is cooking in this homemade wood fire grill. Alright guys, put a couple pads of butter on there. We're going to try flipping this thing, see how it looks on the other side. Oh, this is good. How do we look? It is cooking. Make sure we do not drop this down in there. Alright, yeah, not too bad. It's definitely cooking. Alright, those logs still going nice and good. See how we're doing after this flip. It's been 30 seconds, a minute. Still sizzling in there. It's looking pretty good. Doesn't even look too ashy. Alright, put a couple more sticks on there. We have a nice good sizzle right now. Give a little flame and just tickling the edge of that right there. But oh, this is going to be a nice juicy steak here. Look at that. Roaring right up into this thing. Alright, with this good sizzle and flame, I think we're going to give it another flip, see how this side's looking now. It's got to be hotter. Oh, it does smell delicious. Alright, how's that looking? Oh, that is cooking on that side for sure. Look at that. Put that back in. Let that bone fall in. Alright. Alright, still cooking, still sizzling a bit. Getting a little ash on it, but still not too bad. Still sizzling and cooking. I do like how all that grease and everything will just drip right in, doesn't pool up there, be pretty easy to clean out. Alright, we are burning up those charcoal logs pretty good, but it does feel super hot down here. Hopefully this steak is cooking good. Alright guys, just put a little more butter on there. I'm going to give it another flip. Definitely need to make sure the other side now is closer to the front. Get that cooking a little bit better. Still sizzling, still looking pretty good. It's definitely cooking slow, so the temps are not getting super hot in here. We didn't let it warm up a lot before we started cooking on it. We were a little impatient and eager to try it out. Maybe I do need a little bit more of a flame going and actually kind of get this thing roasted, so we're going to stock some more wood in there, see what happens. Alright, see how this looks now. You can hear it sizzling. Alright, probably been at least 4 or 5 minutes in here, maybe even longer. And it's still cooking. A little bit of ash on there, but that'll be alright. Gotta flip it another once or twice. Alright, let's give it another flip here. Alright guys, probably not too much longer. You can almost see that some of that actually just pulled apart a little bit when I tried to move it, so it is cooking pretty good. You can see it through all that smoke. Alright, I don't think we have too much longer before this thing should be done. Alright guys, we're going to take it out, see how it looks now. Hopefully it's done. Guys, here's the final product. We're going to let it cool a little bit before we cut it, but it looks cooked and it looks good. Alright guys, so I did give this thing a little bit of a cut. See how we were looking? And it is cooked. Look at that. Definitely a little more on the medium to well done side. But hey, it's probably going to taste pretty good, so we're going to try it out here in a second. I guess I would say I got a little bit scared on cooking it, that it wasn't looking like it was as done because it didn't get a ton of a char. But hey, it is still very flavorful. It is very well cooked. Probably a little more cooked than I would have liked, but it's good, so we're going to eat it.